Okay. So we're going to create a new purchase agreement for 15891 Apolline Street, purchasing the property from House of Lawrence, LLC. So let's start. Create, pull out the template for the purchase agreement uh, for off-market deals. Okay. And then, can you handle the updated pay, please? Hold on. Hold on. Yes, I will. In few minutes. In a few minutes. Okay, so after pulling out the blank purchase template of purchase agreement, you need to check on property base, the amount of the 15891 Apolline Street, which is how much? How much? I saw it already. That's 63,900. So 63,900. Now 63. House of Lawrence. Now after that, you need to log into MLS. Not this one, MFR. Ah, another one. MFR. MFR. Come on, log in. Not this one. MLS na yun. Lagi na lang. MLS. MFR. Come on. Where's the MLS? Yeah! Nakakainis. Sorry. Rocky sense. Come on. Michigan. Where's the Michigan? Ah. Michigan. Not this one. Come on. Not this. Reasonable. Hold on.
Mm.
Hold on, Alma.
Okay.
MFR. Michigan. MFR. MLS. Not the stellar. Michigan. Matrix yun. Yan. Okay. Nakamasa.
Mm.
Masok this. Ay, sorry. Saya updated. Yeah, yun ako. Oh. Right. PA 141. Hmm? Nick. Ah. Hmm. Ah, okay. Okay. Ooh, yes. Yun. Ay, nako. Yung pala yun. So, Alma, if you can connect because it's a government, it's an MLS from US. You can use
Okay.
PC phone 3.exe.
Mm.
It's a VPN if you're familiar with a VPN, private VPN. It's like if you're familiar with the virtual private network, so
Mm.
you need to use it so you can able to log in from different
Mm.
website in the US. Sometimes
Mm.
you cannot connect if they found out that your IP address is located in the Philippines. So you need to use a VPN. So I'm using PC phone net. So from there, let's see if we can now log into IDP. What happened? Reload.
Hello. Yeah. What is may I ask what is the use for Stellar MLS?
MLS. These are if
Yes.
these are those
Um.
listings that you will found that is active. Oh, what else? Pending. So those are the listing properties all over Michigan. So basically in the US, realtors are currently are adding their active listings, whether it's active, sold, or anything. It is always been added in MLS, multiple
Okay.
listing system. So
Okay.
everyone had an access. Not everyone, but all those realtors, all licensed realtors has an access with MLS, so they can able to see those properties listed online, active, pending, or sold in MLS. It's like a database or server from realtors.
Okay. Thanks.
Yun. Hold on. Let's see if we can log in. Why I can't log in? Ah, Realcomp. There you are. Session time. There. You can log in.
Yeah.
Let me get a copy.
For
Here.
every state, there's a different website
Yes.
or database for
Yes.
every proper.
Property
Yeah.
for
For all
MLS.
the properties. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay.
if it's on Los Angeles, they have this MLS for LA. Now for Michigan, that's Realcomp MLS. So here you need to log in. Only the licensed realtors can log in on this account on this website.
Okay.
So once you log in to MLS, you need to pull out the public records of that property. So you need to, when you log in, click on Realcom MLS system. Just click read later. All right, then after that, you need to go to this tab, PRD. PRD means public record deed, public record deed, county search. So in US, there are different, what do you call that? Are you familiar with county, city, county, metro area?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
City
from
or
the city,
county.
yeah, county. So from county, there are like 10 counties or 10 different cities within a county. So for that city, it's under for 15891 if you want to check. But I think every properties that they purchase, it's from Wayne County. And then you put the street number, the street name, Apple and then you if you will see, you can check if there are a lot of matches, but there's one matches on that what a particular record. So one matches, get the results, then click on the link. This one, they call it the property ID.
Okay.
All right, so these are the informations you needed for the templates for the purchase agreements. So where is the template? All right, so first you need to get the address, 15891 Apple. What happened? Okay, there. Change it to block. Okay. And then standard. Then go back to the, where is it? Go back to the public record. Get the property tax ID. put it here, tax ID, go back to the public record, put the zip code there, and then the city, the Detroit, the city is the Detroit, so it's there already, and the county, which is Wayne. And then you need to put the legal description. But don't worry, because the agents are already been taken care of the purchase agreement. However, if the purchase price or some of the informations are not matched with the information they sent that the buyer will purchase, so you need to amend or recreate the purchase agreements. Okay, Alma?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
So I
the
have to
amount,
make a new purchase agreement
right,
and
right. So the
okay,
amount is,
send it back.
yeah. Then send it back
Okay.
to the agent so the buyer will sign it. Before you
Okay.
can actually send it through DocuSign, and Rich will sign the purchase agreement. And after that, after this, the seller and the buyer sign it, you can now send it to the title company. You need to ask Rich or Justin in which title company that you are going to use for this particular property. Because not every
Okay.
time you need to send it to, to Scott, to Candice. So the amount is 63,900.
You should have to double check the amount.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, from there, you put 63,900 with what do you call it? With centavos. Then write it as in writing. Hold on. 60,900. All right. And then of course you forgot the address. I forgot the address. You put it here also. 1589 Upline Street. Okay.
Okay.
Then it's standard as 5,000 EMD, and the one that's holding the 5,000 will be the Just Invest Now. Closing date will be on. You need to ask this to Justin, but I think if it's July 26, it's the same. That's the same date for the closing uh, from House of Lawrence to. But you need to ask. I'll ask first, Justin.
Mm.
Sabi na eh. And the closing date. Hold on, Alma. The closing date is
Okay.
July 26 for us buying it to House of Lawrence. House of Lawrence. Same date, same closing date. That week same. Closing date that week same. Hold on, Alma.
It's
Let's
okay.
wait for the closing date. But for now, let's go on. Now, after, if you know the closing date, then you proceed to the second page. Let's see. Second or third page, I think. Yeah, on the third page. Here. Because sometimes some properties needs inspection, but it's a standard that if it's off market, that means it's not in the MLS, the one that I show you on this one.
Mm.
Um, Here's the listing if you want to see. Like for example, let's search for other properties like 90714 or this. Wala about Orleans Orleans. Yeah. So if you would see, these are those listings. in MLS all over Wayne County. There.
That those are the active listings
Oh,
in
some are active like
county.
this one. They have this status.
Okay.
ACTV is
Okay.
active, sold, pending. It means that they are pricing now for closing.
Mm. Active means available.
Active means available. Sold is sold.
Okay.
Pending is in the process of closing.
Okay.
All right. So if it's off market, that means the seller they don't want to put the property in MLS. So they call it off market. But sometimes they are actually buying it, selling it directly to investors. So they don't need to list it in the MLS for the agents can see. Because if your property will be public in MLS, all real estate agents in Wayne will call the seller. Uh,
I see.
and sometimes some of the seller doesn't want to put that on the MLS, so that they, because there are some what they call it, taxes fees, agents
Okay.
fees. If the seller or the buying agent will see your property, they will call you and they will ask for some commissions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How
for
much is there the
three or
commission?
six, 3% to the
Three
buyer,
percent.
then 3% to the selling agent. But all over it, I think the total is 6%. But that depends. Sometimes they use the percentage or the commission directly, like 2,500, and then the buyer or the buying agent and the selling agent will divide it equally for the amount that the seller will put on the MLS. Right?
Okay.
But for now, but for this property, it's an off market, so you cannot find it here on the MLS because it's an off market. You can only check the record deed, but it's not that. It doesn't mean that it's in the MLS. It's only for the public records, so that everyone will know that this property has a deed, warranty deed,
Okay.
quitclaim deed, something like that. So
Different deeds.
yeah, fast paced
Yeah.
style. Sorry. Fast-paced.
Okay. Off market
Let's
means
move
it's
forward. Let's move
discrete
forward.
selling.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
let's move
Okay.
forward. Okay. So
Later,
from here,
later.
as again, some of the property needs inspection.
Inspect. Yeah. Okay. Some properties.
Other than
Okay.
other than so after that,
Okay.
so as I've said, some of the property has infection, but some are not. So from here, um, you just need to go down, and then you need to put the buyer's name, which is RPJ Real Estate LLC. New Door Deal, sorry. RPJ Real Estate LLC. Then you need to put here the seller is House of Lawrence. Because we're buying the property from House of Lawrence, then we will sell it to Brick Save. Got it? Got it,
Um.
Alma? The
Not.
seller is House of Lawrence.
Yeah.
House of
The seller is
Lawrence. Yes.
Okay.
The buyer is us, RPJ. That's the other company, Alma. So RPJ is also our company. RPJ and New Doordins. So House of
Okay.
Florence is the seller, buyer is RPJ. For the buyer, I think Beach is still the one who's going to sign this purchase agreement. House of Florence, we have this contact who will be the contact person in signing up this purchase agreement. So let's see again from the top. We missed something.
Mm,
None, I think.
um,
So all good.
I just want to ask,
Well,
if we go back to the process, we can do it. Uh, Maybe later I'll ask. But do I have? May I have a copy of the purchase agreement
yes, yes, we
for
can send it to you.
yeah, for
We'll
reference
send.
purposes only?
Sure. I'm going to send it
Okay.
to you this one as well. As
Okay.
once that we
Yeah.
actually need to send it on DocuSign. But
Okay.
for houses that we don't have yet the final detail for the closing,
Yeah, for the closing.
we just have to save
Okay.
it first. So this
Or
one, the client will be House of Florence. I mean the RPJ. Because RPJ will be the one who will buy the property first, right? So
yeah, from the House of Florence.
correct.
Okay.
So our client here is RPJ. So save it as RPJ. All right. Then we will go back later once we have an answer coming from Justin. Before we will send it to reach the reach to Richard Salem as the signatory for RPJ and for House of Lawrence. House of Lawrence, I think that's House of Lawrence. So ba? Doon na Alma.
Okay, it's okay.
So I think for House of Lawrence, that's no, House of Lawrence.
In one day, how many purchase agreements we need
That
to fill
depends.
up? Oh, okay.
So this
No quota. Is there a quota or
no.
no?
If you're a transaction coordinator, you just have to process everything that the agents will throw out with you with the purchase agreement. Uh,
Okay.
all right. So for the House of Florence, I think that's Carlisle. Who is the person? That's House of Florence. House of Florence. I know it's House of Florence. Is it House of Florence? Who is the contact person? House of Florence. There. That's Natalie Lauren Brewer. That's the owner of the House of Lawrence.
Mm,
Information. No information. think that's a client of Helene. All right, here we are. Here we go. All right. So for the House of Florence, you need to send it back to Helene because that's his client. Okay.
Okay.
Helene, the House of Florence. So later, when we have an answer coming from Justin, all right?
Okay, right.
So you know how to create a PA, purchase agreement. Later, I'll we do the some training for the property base and Dropbox. Where's the stop recording? Stop